to get COVID tests. They didn't touch my brains like I just touched my brains. Got the dinghy duck. Wake it up. Oh. Stitched the old halyard end that is connected to the main. There it is. A pretty big amount. Pulled through, went up here.
Now I'm ready for sleep.
I'm Carly, and this is Brady. In early 2020, we sold our house and most of our possessions and took our first big leap into living our vagabond dreams. We recently hiked 800 miles of the Appalachian Trail, and now we are purchasing a sailboat to start sailing around the world, all while capturing a creative journal of the journey. We hope to inspire you to live your own dreams. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Good morning. We are Bahamas bound. Yes, we are. Got sunrise happening behind me. And off to the side, look at this. It's like the clouds are on fire. Oh yeah, crab pot. We are off. It is 7:13. And we picked up anchorage at Boot Key Anchorage, the one on the outside, not on the inside. Picked up anchor this morning. We decided to leave in the daylight so we could see the crab pots. Oh yeah, there's one right here. Right there. Hello, crab pot. Because we read that Hawk Channel is plagued with crab pots. So we decided to not venture out at 3 this morning, which was our original plan, so we could see crab pots. Brady's at the helm. There's one right here.
Yeah,
crab pots really are crazy. They're insane. They're so tiny. Oh, I see some sunball. It's a glimpse of sunball coming up, mixed in the clouds. It looks like there's a little squall happening over there. There it is. There's the sun. Good morning.
Good morning.
Check out that sunrise. Love the glow on the water.
Crab pots.
Big boat ran over.
It is a motor straight into the wind kind of day.
Yep.
There's a big old catamaran in front of us doing the same thing. How much wind?
Got 17 knots of wind, and it was predicted to be like 10 to 12.
Well, we're going 5 knots straight into it, so 12 knots of wind plus our 5 knots of speed. That's 17 knots of apparent.
Yeah, but I don't think that's how the formula works. I don't think you add them together.
Well, it depends on which direction you're going. If you're going straight into the wind, then you add them together.
Okay.
If you're going with the wind, you subtract them. If it's blowing 5 knots of speed this way, and you are traveling at 5 knots this way, the wind is moving basically at the same with you. So you're feeling 0, no wind.
Weird.
So many boats on the water today.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Motoring tower just went by, so we're gonna get some nice big waves here in a second.
Yep. Wait for that
there.
wave to catch us.
Wake. And a bunch of things are probably gonna fall inside the cabin because that's what happens every time we get hit by these wakes.
Yep.
Things just go flying.
Oh, here they come.
Yep. These weren't so bad.
Not so bad, yeah. There's the last one. Oh, something fell.
Yep. Time to go check out what fell.
Bahama Bank. Yeah, headed to the Bahamas. The Gulf Stream was predicted to be about 10 to 12 knots of wind and 2-foot seas, and it was not. It was 20 plus knots of wind and 4-foot seas. So, from 2 different directions, giving, you know, a good washing machine effect. So, yeah, it was not fun, to put it bluntly. It was not fun, and we are exhausted. We slept kind of off and on in 20-minute shifts in the cockpit. So, yeah, all in all, we probably got a couple hours apiece of sleep. We're both definitely tired and super cold. We actually had to dig out the big fluffy blanket that the previous owners left because we didn't want to use our bedding out here, but it's cold. And we needed some warmth. And we still have a completely full day of sailing, and yesterday was also a full day of sailing until we get to Great Harbor Key in the Berry Islands. We will anchor outside of there, and reports have it that it is an easy anchorage to get in and out of and can be done in the dark. So that's good because it's probably going to be dark when we get there. That is where we are headed now. The sun is coming up to say hello to us this morning, and we can already tell. We can already tell the water is very turquoise and pretty. So, it's exciting. And sun. It helps. Like, we made it through the night. It was long. It was long. So I did forget to mention all the things that broke in the night, or as the sun was setting. First of all of my plants went tumbling off of their protected shelf where they were latched in. I think, let's see, all but 3 of them dumped off, one of which is the poinsettia and it's dead. So 2 of them that were alive plants did not dump off. All the rest of them did. One of the pots broke, but all the others dumped and went everywhere. So that mess is partially cleaned up from me repotting the plants and scooping the dirt off the floor into the pots, but it's definitely still a mess with broken pot and all of that. Our automatic bilge pump has, so like the pump is working, Brady's playing the strainer thing, but water isn't spitting overboard, so it's either clogged, or, yeah, not really sure, honestly. Something is wrong. And we actually ended up unplugging the freezer because it is only a temporary hardwired job. It doesn't have a fuse or anything, but everything is just gone everywhere. Lots of things flew off. Thankfully, Brady moved the Instant Pot before everything started flying. So it didn't fly. It was safely sitting on the floor. And yeah, the soda stream went flying. 2 of our wood plates went flying very early on, and they're all like dented up now, which is really sad. Yeah, basically everything went a little topsy-turvy. Oranges. Oranges, they're bad. You're having fun with this, aren't you?
I think they're sinking.
Are they? Look at that one.
They're pretty sure they're sinking.
Definitely thought they would float. No, they're floating. They're just taking a while to come back up. If anybody wanted to follow us, we're leaving a breadcrumb line of oranges. No. That does not go there.
You want sunglasses?
I mean, I don't need them yet, but we will want them, so we should grab them.
Just splattered all over the side of the boat.
Glad it's not smell-o-vision.
This was your idea.
I know. Well, honestly, I thought we'd be dumping it a lot more frequently. It's a compost bin, and it smells so bad. Another thing that we forgot to mention was the dinghy started flailing, so we had to extra rigging up. Our bridle back here that normally hooks to our traditional lifting lines, which are the green and white. These guys started to chafe. It is a really cheap line, so we took another line and really rigged and wrapped that up, giving it more stabilization. Re-secured our X lines, or just been like taking slack out of them, I guess, and then added a line to our arch that goes to the dinghy there as well. And then this one came loose, which is hanging right there. It was too short, and so this red line was added as well to help keep it from bouncing so much. You can kind of see it, and I should have filmed earlier, but those things on the horizon are all cruise ships. We passed by there with Dwayne on the boat delivery and counted 22, and we have dubbed this the cruise ship graveyard because they're all just anchored out in Bahama Bank. And today I only counted 12, but we are also at a different spot, passing on a different spot than we were with the delivery. I think Brady will have to confirm or deny that, but I think so. So yeah, just a funny little thing, you know. Sorry if I put my TV to take dinner. Yeah, and they kind of show up on video a little bit. I wonder what their anchor light looks like. Now I'm very curious, do they have to have two? Do they just have one? Is it massive? Or are they always just lit up? Like even when they're not being used, are they just brightly lit? I'm very curious. This is my "you know your husband loves you" win. For those of you who know me, then you know that I am a plant mom. I love my plant babies so much. I talk to them, I cry over them, I love them. Yeah, and mine went flying last night, and it was so horrible and so sad, and I came down or poked down here and saw it, and I was like, Brady, and I started crying, my plants, and I'm just like sobbing and collapsed on the couch, and he's like, there was something we were trying to do. Oh, we were trying to secure the dinghy. It was bouncing around, and we added more lines to it, and he said, let's get the dinghy secure, and then you can go down and just repot your plant babies. Let's put them on the ground in the aft cabin and nestle them in there. It's all right, don't worry about it. There's another pot. We have an extra pot. We'll plant them in that, whichever one had the broken pot. So yeah, I did a lot of crying yesterday evening, and it was horrible and sad, and they broke everywhere. And yeah, now they're shoved in the aft cabin, wedged between like water and stuff like that. We've been avoiding, and he's never said anything about the dirt and the mess. He had like an reaction when he first saw it, and this is what I'm showing is cleaned up from what it was, because I scooped a lot of the soil back into the pots to repot them. But he was like, oh. So that was his only reaction, and he's never said anything about the dirt and the mess and the broken or anything like that. It was just like, take care of me and my crying heart about my plant babies. So you know your husband loves you when he doesn't even acknowledge the fiasco of a mess, and he's just like, makes me feel better. It says it all for me. Yeah. Whew. So, now it's time for me to clean it up though, so we can easily get in and out of bed because we are almost, well, we're not almost our anchorage. We have several more hours still before we get to where we're anchoring tonight, but it's gonna be late and we're gonna be exhausted and want to be able to just crash. So the mess needs to be gone before then. So now I clean it up. Probably can't see it. Oh, there you go. There you go. And the sun is trying to set on us. Hopefully we can have a bit of light.
Hopefully we can what?
Have a bit of light. A bit of light. Brady and I's first Bahamian sunset together. I guess this trip, we witnessed them in Mayagana.
Yeah.
So I forgot that we technically have been to the Bahamas.
We have been to the Bahamas before.
Huh?
But not really.
But not really.
We've
Yeah.
actually been to the Bahamas. We've been in the Bahamian waters.
Yeah, yeah. Right. In the Bahamian waters. Not Bahamas. But she is pretty. He's pretty too. We have service now. I love the water reflecting. The phone doesn't do it justice. This sunset, man, I'm trying to do a wide angle. This is not doing it justice. It is insane. It is like 150 degrees of sunset. And it is just flaming. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's more coral pink neon than orange, which is, orange is what is showing in my screen.